We want to learn more about NBA 2K22, so here to talk about it is the source himself, gameplay director Mike Wang. Welcome again to 2K TV.
Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower. Now it's ended.
Well, the ceremony.
Thank you, DA. So the New York starting five. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Kemba Walker is out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Noel in at the 5 spot. And for Chicago, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Vucevic is out there at DeRozan, and it's Williams at the small forward position. Well, we've seen some head coaching changes, Greg. We're early in the season. How long does it take to fully implement, do you think, a new system with a new coach?
You know, it's a tough question, Kevin. It really can depend on how difficult or complicated the system is. But all things being equal, the experienced teams often learn faster because they just understand the game better. And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for it with hops.
White against Walker. Randall down low. Coming off a solid outing against Cleveland. Barrett, no good. For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against Houston. Williams against Barrett. Williams passes to DeRozan. From 13, they get the rebound. Vucevic. Levine for 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Here's Barrett. And yes, it's good.
Can't allow Barrett that kind of positioning. He's just too skilled at finishing, even when you try to get physical with him. And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
Now here's White. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Fournier goes in. Pass to Noel. Vucevic with the block.
Well timed by Vucevic. Not a center who piles up blocks, but this guy picks his spots.
And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Down low, here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
Now White, 8 points his last outing. You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Greg? And the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size. A pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps.
And I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And DeRozan kicks to Williams. On the wing, Levine. There's the triple.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Barrett against Williams to the inside. That's good from Randall on the assist by Barrett.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Let's quickly now take a peek at the league leaders in blocks. Nerlens Noel, number 1.
What an intimidator he is in the paint. I mean, he's shot to the top of that leaderboard, and nobody feels comfortable putting a shot up around him right now.
Bulls trailed by 6. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
More of a shooting than passing guard. White still able to find the open man.
Fournier against Levine. For the New York Knicks, they come in off a good outing against Cleveland.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
But you also got to give credit to the offense, too. I mean, they exploited every hole they saw in the defense.
Randall, whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
That's just a strong upper body. Randall converts through contact. Now he's going to go to the line.
New York shooting their first free throw of the evening.
One shot.
That free throw good from Randall. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from 3 and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard the three-point line.
Well, so precise off the pass. I mean, this is a shot Levine continues to knock down time and time again.
Now the pass to Walker. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Young's checked in for Chicago. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Well, some highs and lows for Kobe White in his rookie season. But you can see the upside he possesses, Kevin. White can get hot and fill it up in a hurry.
And with White, how about a 23-point quarter early in his NBA career?
White's numbers were pretty bad overall. But with that huge quarter he had, the streaky shooting, you can see what lies ahead for him.
What's up?
And so Levine will bring it up now for Chicago. 7-point differential. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Nails the 16-footer. DeRozan's got 6 points. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Walker the pass to Fournier. 1:14 left to play in the first quarter. Randall down low. Young's there, and it's in there. He's got 12.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Levine finds DeRozan. A three-pointer off the mark. New York leading by 7. Over in the corner, Randall. DeRozan brings the double team. Passes it to Noel. Barrett with the ball. 8 points his last outing. It's Fournier on the wing. The kick out to Walker. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Chicago, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. The shot and game clock separated by 4. White the pass to Young. Outside DeRozan. Lets it fly from 18. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Pass to Barrett. There's the 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's New York bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And recently, we chatted with Zach LaVine about the team, and he pointed out what he sees as an advantage.
You know, we should have energy, and we should be outplaying the other team.
Greg tried to turn their youthful exuberance into a weapon.
I like that he's focused on increasing their level of activity because it's something within their control.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for Chicago right now, inside, it's Young and Markkanen. Then it's Zach LaVine, then it's DeRozan, and it's Caruso in at the point guard position to the right side. Randall down low, defended by Young. Excellent D there from Markkanen. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you and good evening. The Knicks made changes in coaching and the front office since the start of last season. But the question is, can they move forward? Their last winning season was back in 2013. Amidst the frenzy that is the media in New York, they'd like to make headlines going forward for all the right reasons this time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. That's good from Randall on the assist by Barrett. Randall's got 14 points.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Caruso looking for an opening. 6 on the shot clock. DeRozan against Barrett. Offensive rebound. Markkanen. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Markkanen's got his first bucket in this one.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
And Young comes over to help. Young with the steal. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. LaVine can't hit.
Oh, defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time. And when you think about it, Thaddeus Young, he can be a thorn in the opposition side. He's just a great disruptor on defense. I mean, he has long arms, good timing to get those deflections.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Back to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
It's amazing how far Randall has come. I mean, from a role player to budding star, and he's not done yet.
And with Young, I mean, his game has evolved over the course of his career.
Oh, think about it, GA. When he came into the league, he was an up-and-down tweener. I think what's made him more consistent of a player you can rely on, is his defense has improved, and along with his shooting. Now, he uses different methods, but he still gets it done as a vet.
And the Bulls making a change here. Williams is checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Burks is checked in. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Knicks. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s.
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
but,
it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. The Knicks leading by 4. Outside Rose to the paint. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Noel's got 5.
Oh, man, the basketball IQ of Rose on display. I mean, it's just excellent work breaking down the D in the pick and roll.
Here's Caruso. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And stolen by Noel. Williams against Burks. And Randall throws it down.
What I love about Randall is the power he plays with. He's an absolute force inside.
Bulls trail by 8. 1:49 left to play in the first half. And Young kicks to Levine. Pass to Markkanen. 5 on the clock. There's the pass to Caruso. No good on the triple. The Knicks have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. And here's Burks. To the middle. Got a piece of it. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Young. Up and in on the layup.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
The Knicks leading by 6. Here's Randall. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Now Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Markkanen. Backed in, coming off the assist from Young. Markkanen's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the touch from Markkanen there. I like how he keeps his body control on these tricky buckets.
Here's Burks. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Bulls making a switch here. White's checked in. For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Inside, here's Markkanen. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Markkanen's got 6.
And when Markkanen is making this, it boosts his aggressiveness, and it helps him fire up, too.
Rose passes to Randall. That's tipped. Young with the steal. And now, here comes Young, leading the break. Feeds to Williams. He nails it, and we're tied up. Williams has got his first points of the night.
Oh, good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. It was a shaky first quarter for Chicago. They struggled to find an offensive rhythm or come up with enough stops and sunk into a 7-point hole by the end of the period. They came out in the second quarter with a lot more energy and with some nice offensive stretches and were able to even things up before the half. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, one area where they have had the upper hand is scoring off the bench. When the second unit guys have come in, they've brought a lot of energy with them. And that's what you need from your reserves.
Thanks for joining us, folks.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Well, they haven't found a way to keep him quiet inside. I mean, their best bet probably would be to deny him the ball altogether, because when he gets it, they can't stop him.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Fournier out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Noel in at the 5. Vucevic finds DeRozan.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, true, but we'll see if they can keep forging ahead. For now, you got to give them credit for coming back.
And you watch DeRozan play, he still has that explosiveness. Great first step out of the triple threat position, can switch directions on the go, is still a handful to slow on the perimeter.
And they call an illegal screen here. Now, while we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up, let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You gotta love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
You look at Levine, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
Greg, with the explosiveness you talked about with DeRozan, it helps that he finishes so well when he gets to the rim.
And maybe not what he once was, but he is still an elite level athlete. Doesn't only have to drop the hammer when he gets to the rim either. Very smooth at adjusting mid-flight to finish at the rim.
Walker surveying the floor for 3. Fournier hands with the ball out of bounds. Fournier last touched it. Let's see some of the numbers here for Julius Randle.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Levine passes to DeRozan. That one goes in. DeRozan's got the lead up to 3 now for Chicago.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
To the inside. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Levine, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Levine's got 8.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, good to hear from you. Now, Zach LaVine has become a star, but he knows there's still work to be done. He said, I'm stepping into a leadership role, asking more of myself and giving more each year. You've got to look at your faults. I have to continue to improve my defense. I want to help us make the playoffs. My next step as a player is winning. Guys, back to you.
Great attitude. David, thank you. Williams kicks to White. Puts one up from 19. Here's Vucevic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
And for a big man, Vucevic is pretty efficient at the line. Really has a complete game.
Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Williams. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
And
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in
and
both those
Seattle.
cities.
Exactly.
What a move from White. I mean, that's the kind of handle that makes defenders hesitate.
Randall outside. Back to Fournier. New York, no good that time either.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Knicks trailed by 11. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
DeMar DeRozan on the wing. Barrett covering. Over Barrett. DeRozan's shot is off. New York's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Outside Fournier. Shot clock at 6. Outside for Randall. He's looking for Noel and finds him. That shot off the mark.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers.
They get it back.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
On the wing, Levine for the 3. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 6 rebounds in the game. Walker against Levine. Walker dishes to Randall. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Vucevic.
Efficiency. I mean, that's an area where Walker has improved. No need to force it. Keep your eyes up. Make the right basketball play.
The Knicks have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. So for the Knicks, Toppin, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Burks comes in for Barrett. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Walker.
And we've seen Randall flourish with more responsibility. He's in his prime and playing his best ball right now.
Rose against White. Vucevic the pass to DeRozan. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
There you go. His first three-pointer of the night. That should calm him down. Maybe even get him going a little bit.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Levine against Fournier. Now the feed to Randall. Aminu grabs the miss. Outside Levine. Floats one up. Misses at the rim.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. DeRozan out there with Young. And it's Vucevic in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
The brutal strength of Randall, allowing him to finish right there through clear contact.
Young outside. Takes the 13-footer and misses it off the right side of the rim. Knicks trailed by 9 for 3. Fournier. Here's Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Ooh, this is what makes Randall so special. His ferocity on the boards is admirable.
And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They've led by as many as 11 points. From deep, the Bulls keep it alive. Vucevic with the bucket.
Always a battle when you're up against Vucevic. His soft touch helps him convert inside.
Randall outside. Back to Fournier. Outside Rose to the left side wing. Here's Randall. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
A combo of strength and suddenness. Hard not to foul Randall in there.
Williams, he's checked in for the Bulls. Both free throws good from Randall. Chicago leading by 7. Outside Levine. Shot clock at 5. Lays it up off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 9.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
Down low. Bulls have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. We have a step back. No good on that one. Knicks trailed by 9. To the middle. And Randall throws it down.
I mean, he's so experienced. I mean, tell me something Rose hasn't seen on the court. I mean, he reads the D like a book.
The Bulls shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. White inside, working on Rose. Vucevic with the bucket.
Toughness and energy on the boards, and an easy putback to show for it.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, and Derrick Rose, Kevin, with a new beginning after knee injuries derailed his career. He said that if load management had been around back then, he might still be a Chicago Bull.
A different look for New York. Noel comes in for Toppin, and R.J. Barrett subbed in for Alec Burks. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
White against Rose. Offensive rebound. Here's Vucevic. Randall with some nice D.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
Barrett. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call. Chicago the foul.
And have to admire how hard Barrett goes. This kind of assertiveness is what makes defenders feel uneasy.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And Derrick Rose, the youngest ever MVP in 2011, and it was the subsequent year that he sustained that first knee injury.
If you think back, he was playing over 40 minutes a night on a regular basis, and their team had 2-hour practices, tough ones, on off days. And so how can you keep up that type of demand on your body? Teams now tend to be more cautious with the burden they put on players.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan.
Sensational game for him in terms of shooting efficiency. He's taken nothing but high percentage shots. That's how he's managed to hit over 60% from the field. I mean, making just about everything he's looked at.
Levine kicks to Vucevic. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got his 5th assist in this one.
Because he's so dangerous. The D is often drawn to Levine. I mean, it opens up some wide passing lanes for him.
Rose in the post, defended by Young. The Bulls leading by 9. Levine inside the 3-point line. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Levine's got 4 points now in the quarter. And Young comes over to help, and stolen by Williams. Now here's White, passes it to Vucevic. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
To the paint. Young with the steal. Here's White. Young outside. Pass to Levine. And White kicks to Levine. 6 to shoot. Back to Young. And that one drops for him.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Bulls.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DeMar DeRozan.
He was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Rose. And that time, also a missed shot. Now White. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for